Shocking it, today I'm here to tell you guys about an exciting new app called Girlish. Girlish stands for Beauty and Connection. It provides a platform for beauty service providers to be discovered by us, the users, using a radius search, meaning that you can get your hair, your nails, and your makeup done at any time. The app also has an explore feature where you can browse through different catalogs and through the different beauty services that the app provides. You can also book and pay for your appointments through the app. Girlish is making sure that we keep it cute, we keep it tight and right at any time and any place. Super convenient. If you're looking to have something done, you can search for specifics, you can look for inspiration through the app, and you can book through the app. What more do we need? Sure gang, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Guguletinyanzumba, and this is Uncomfortable Growth. To my returning subscribers to the gang, I hope that you guys are well, and to those that are passing by, child, I hope you like what you see today and you join the gang because we're on the road to 60k. Hey. Okay. I would like for y'all to know that I'm wearing sleet on my neck, because that's all I'm gonna wear all the time. Alright, this is the Havana Cuban link. So guys, please make sure to check out Sleet. They have super cool stuff, and there is definitely more in store for you guys. So do check out Sleet. This is the Havana Cuban link. You know guys, I'm gonna wear different things in different videos, just spice it up a little bit. I am running late, so I'm gonna record this video, but I will not be speaking you guys through what I'm doing. We're gonna have a completely different conversation. I have kind of filled in the ends of my brows. Yeah, I've said this before, I don't really fill in my brows. I have very thick brows, so normally I don't have to, and that's why I don't always do my shears on the camera, because I don't really do the shears. Before getting into that, the topic of the video, you guys should definitely check the app Girlish out. The older I get, the more I appreciate convenience. This app is definitely going to come in handy when I travel. Like, there have been times where I go to different cities, I mean, not like anything crazy, like Cape Town or Joburg, Cape Town or Durban, and I'm not sure as to where I can get something done, be it hair, nails, or whatever. I really like the fact that this app is going to help us find whatever it is we need that is nearby. So guys, definitely check out the app. I think it's going to be revolutionary for the gals, you know, because sometimes your technician is busy, okay, and sometimes your hair lady, she books. And sometimes you're in a new city, so you don't know anybody. So you can check out the app, check out reviews, see what hairstyles they can do, and choose. I'm gonna start my makeup because I'm late. And guys, I used to be such a punctual person, and I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it. So I'm gonna work on my time management. Okay guys, so I will not be speaking about whatever I'm doing. We're just gonna have a different conversation. And via the title of this video, yeah, you guys have gathered that we're gonna be talking about social media. And I have actually been on a social media break for the past 13 days. I'm actually due to return tomorrow. And I had asked my manager for the break firstly, and secondly, that I obviously know that there's work that sometimes needs to be done on the app. So yeah, I gave my manager my logins just so that he could post anything that is work related that needed to be posted urgently. Yeah, and for any other, like, you know, working opportunities. So yeah, that's been me, and I asked for the break because I was very overwhelmed, and when I'm overwhelmed, everything overwhelms me. Yeah, so even just being on social media just felt like a lot, and I wanted to give myself 2 weeks to fully just focus on myself, hear my own thoughts, form my own opinions, and just know where I stand on certain things and certain matters. Sorry guys, I have 2 mirrors, so I will be looking between the 2 of them. Guys, I cannot speak when I do my eyebrows, so yeah, so when I'm overwhelmed, I can't really do anything, and like I said, I just wanted the time to really focus on myself, hear my thoughts, just take care of me. I wanted to exist in Gugu's world and not know what was happening in other people's lives and in the world at large, because I just feel like ever since last year, there's just been some stuff that just keeps happening in the world, and it's like we're not catching a break. So I gave myself a break. yeah, so I'm kind of going to speak about my relationship with social media and how my break was. I'm really happy I took the break. I feel so much better. I feel like my old self a little bit. I do think that before I had taken the social media break, I was feeling a little self-conscious, you know. On YouTube, obviously, I put myself out there. You know, it's my words, it's my vibe. And I wasn't really sure about my vibe no more. And I don't know why I was tripping, but I was. Yeah, so I don't know, I was just in a very weird place. I think that it was a weird season in my life, so naturally I just started feeling like, I don't know, I started eating away at myself and picking away at myself. And yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, I kind of stopped being Gugu. Like, I didn't want to share my personality as much or be quirky, because I was just like, what if they don't like that? What if someone has something to say? What if, I just felt like I was so consumed with everyone else's opinions of me, of other things, that I just needed a moment to breathe. So funny enough, on the third day of my break, or was it the fourth? Third or fourth, I had sent a friend of mine a VN, and I was like, yo, I'm back, I feel better. Just kind of telling them like how my first few days without being on socials were. And he said something so important to me. He was like, I need you to realize how quickly there has been a difference. Like, you haven't been on social media for that long, but you feel better. And I was like, oh, that's true. And at the time, it had felt like I had only just left social media. I mean, I had left social media for some time. But, I mean, obviously, in reality, it had only been 3 to 4 days. So, for me, it was definitely something that I had needed to do. I do think that sometimes I do get overwhelmed by social media because now it's become a bit of a job. Whereas before, it was literally just about posting whatever it is that I wanted to post, how I wanted to post it, and when I wanted to post it. So if I wanted to minus Instagram and Twitter for the day or a few days, I had the liberty to do that. And I kind of feel like I don't have, I'm sure I could if I wanted to, but I'm aware that I need to be on these apps and check my DMs every now and then for like work, to interact with subscribers and followers. So yeah, I think as soon as it transitioned from being just my social media spaces where I do what I want, say what I want, to it being a platform where I now work on, has been a little bit challenging. Yeah, it has. So, and I found that like the bigger my socials grow, the more I want to retract. And I have reasons for that. Yeah, as a person, I'm an extremist. So when I need to focus on me and I need, I don't know, just to recenter, regroup, I will quite literally put a pause on everything. Just so that it's the Gugu show, you know? And I think y'all should make it your show, you know? Obviously, I'm not saying social media is bad, but I am saying that it definitely does have some sort of effect on us. For instance, before I had taken my break, I don't know, social media was just making me so anxious, and I think it was making me anxious via me having to do lives and work on the platforms. So I was anxious, and then I took my break, and then on the first 2 days I was anxious again. Like the first 2 days of not being on social media, I was like, OMG, what if I'm missing something? What if someone says something? What if someone asks me? What if I, you know, there's a work opportunity, knowing very well that my manager had my login. So if there was a work opportunity, he would see it. So I was anxious about being on social media, and then when I took the break, I was anxious about not being on social media. And that for me showed me that obviously that social media definitely has somewhat of a play or impact when it comes to my mental health, and that striking a balance on social media is so important, because I can't not be on social media and then be worrying about like everything. And I was worrying about everything. I was like, oh, if my friends post, like I have to retweet, I have to comment, I have to, you know. And I'm like, girl, there's always something to do. So I think that's my biggest thing here. If you're thinking about taking a social media break, do it when you want to, because I don't think that there's a perfect time. There will always be work. There will always be your friends posting that you want to support, like supporting business ventures and posts and hyping and commenting. That will forever exist forever and ever, amen at that. So if you're looking to take a social media break, do it when you need to. Don't wait for the right time. Yeah, you kind of just have to jump straight into it. I think one of the biggest reasons that I had to leave social media was because, like I had said, I was overwhelmed. But I realized that when consuming people's content, it was no longer motivating me. If anything, it was making me feel terrible about myself, and subconsciously. So you guys know, like, you'll wake up on some days and be like, yo, I'm gonna go to the gym today, you know, or I'm gonna run all these errands, and then you don't, and then you go on social media and you see people who have. Now, obviously, naturally, that should motivate you, like, oh, we'll try again tomorrow. But for me, what it was doing, it was just making me aware of the things that I wasn't doing more so than what I was. So if I had said I was gonna do something and I jump onto the timeline and people are productive, like, oh, today it made me feel shit about myself, and it made me feel as if what I was doing wasn't enough. And I think that's when I realized that I have to take a break and focus on me. Clearly, I wasn't happy with certain aspects in my life. I wasn't happy with what I was doing. So I was like, yo, Google, give yourself to do what you need to do without, one, feeling the need to post it and share it, live in the moment, and two, like, girl, gym. You know, if you want to gym, go gym. And if you don't gym, that's also okay, because you're not going to go see people who woke up at 5 and are running around the whole of Johannesburg. And as much as that's great for them, you know, obviously, like, I'm not bashing anyone, like, shout, like, kudos to you, but I'm just aware that in that time, it was making me so much more aware of the things that I wasn't doing. Like, when people were getting campaigns, when people were getting money, when people were working out, when people were actively seeing their friends all the time. Just things that I felt like I wasn't doing. Social media, like, it felt like social media was just highlighting what I wasn't doing, even though I know that I'm doing the most, you know, and I'm doing a lot in my own capacity and in my own right. So yeah, that's really why I took the break. I think that I have a better relationship with Instagram than what I do Twitter. And I don't know, I think because Instagram is literally just photos, so it's like, okay, cool, I guess. And then obviously Twitter are your thoughts, but I think Twitter has more of an impact on me because Twitter, on some days or on some occasions in the past, has quite literally determined how I would feel in the day. So let's say I wake up and I check out the timeline, and what is being discussed is triggering, you know? The fact that I've seen that tweet, or I know the direction in which the timeline is going in on that day, it plays an effect on me. Like, even if I do see something and decide to jump off so I don't engage with it for the rest of the day, sometimes you see stuff that really does trigger you and that you'll be thinking about, oh yeah, will kind of affect your mood, or it'll be at the back of your mind throughout the day. And I didn't like that. Like, I don't like that. But obviously the topics that are being spoken about on Twitter, like, some are very important. Like, we need to have these conversations. People need to be able to tell their stories. So I'm aware of that, but I'm also aware that I need to take care of myself, and I am my greatest responsibility, and I can't always be present for everything because ginga shirt. Because I will not survive that. So yeah, yeah, man, like, Twitter's cool. It can be triggering. Sometimes I feel like people are just really mean, and I'm like, y'all woke up angry? You woke up that angry today. But at the same time, like, Twitter's weird because I also feel like people sometimes do say things that are extremely problematic, but also just dangerous to say on such a public platform, especially if you have such a large following, you know? It's so important to be wise with the things we say and, like, cautious with the words we use, and the words we choose. So yeah, I'm aware of it. So Twitter is like touch and go for me. I kind of just try keep it very business-esque right now. Promote my stuff. How I kind of keep up with what's happening is via my friends. So they will send me stuff onto the group, which helps because sometimes I don't have to interact with the timeline. I can just see what it is that I need to know of via my friends. I also know that obviously you choose the people you follow, you choose the kind of content that you consume. But I did start my Twitter account some time ago. Yeah, I don't know. Also just unfollowing people, it just seems a bit weird. If you say some crazy, outrageous, bogus, problematic stuff, then I mean, of course I will unfollow you. But you know, there are people that you're like cool with. You don't want to unfollow. And I know people say like, oh, it's just an unfollow, whatever. But I personally haven't come across someone who's been cool once I've unfollowed. Like, it's always like, I actually had someone make it a bit of a conversation. They were like, yo, I saw that you... I didn't know what to say. And I was like, oh, I did. Yeah, I think that also social media sometimes makes me feel like I need to have achieved so much more than where I currently am at, which is wrong, because I know that I'm where I need to be and I'm doing the best that I can do. And like I said, like, seeing people win should definitely motivate you, but I do think that it's so easy for these things to also, like, for you to compare yourself to certain people in certain situations, especially because on social media people are showing they're bringing their best game, they're putting their best foot forward. So you're obviously gonna see Gugu looking hella cute when I'm on the socials, because you're not gonna see me down and out crying and dealing with life and whatever it is that I may be dealing with at that time. And I feel like we forget about that, because you see someone every day at their best, you know, their best moments in the day, and we kind of assume that that's their life. And do I think that there are people who live a very nice life? Yeah, and that really might just be it. Yeah, but I'm also aware that, like, that's not really it, you know. You also really don't know someone off of social media. People are very strategic with what they put out there, including myself to some extent. I do think I keep the best parts of myself for myself and for my friends and for my family. Yeah, so you won't get all of Gugu on socials, not even on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, do I think that social media is a powerful tool? And do I think that it's done so much for us? And do I think that there are so many different work opportunities on it? And are people on Twitter funny? South African Twitter is... I mean, I'll never delete the app. I'll never, ever delete the app, because it's so entertaining. But like, I mean, with anything in life, there are definitely perks, and yeah, there are pros and cons, and you need to outweigh them. And I think that moving forward, when I come into social media, I'm just aware now that I'm really going to prioritize Gugu time. Like, in that if I don't want to touch socials on that day, I definitely will not. You know, if there is a message waiting for me, I will see it the next day. I need to stop prioritizing everything but myself. Which is what I like to do. You know, like, even me wanting to be on socials to support some of my friends because I knew they were posting stuff. It's like, okay, cool, you want to be there for them, but who's going to be there for you? Like, when you are overwhelmed and having a little bit of an anxiety attack or breakdown, it's like, who did you choose? You did not choose yourself. That's what I know. So, yeah. But all in all, I'm happy I took the break, and just hearing my own thoughts and again forming my own opinions has been cool. Obviously, Twitter is a very, very helpful platform, and sometimes you jump on and like you can kind of see which side of the story people are taking, or which opinion seems to be the most popular. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are definitely times when I jump on and there's the right opinion and then there's the wrong opinion. But that is, again, towards certain topics. But it's so easy to log on and kind of go with what people are saying without actually giving it thought and sussing out what it is that you stand for and what your opinions on this specific matter, you know, is. And it's okay to jump onto the timeline and actually not know what people are talking about and maybe keep quiet and then go research, and that's all that you had to do. It's about informing yourself and educating yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to give myself the space and the time to just really see what Gugu's about again, see what I stand for, what I don't stand for, and just to enjoy myself without having to think about what people think. Because I am an anxious being, whenever I do release something onto social media, like, I mean, my anxiety is a lot better than where it used to be, but there are some days when I'm like, oh my god, in this video my lips are, and oh my god, in this video, you know. So it was cool to wake up, beat my face on some days, see my friends, not worry about snapping the venue, not worry about showing my face in the best angle, in the best light, in the best filter, and all of that. I don't know where that accent came from, and all of that. So yeah, I do recommend, like, if you are feeling overwhelmed and you maybe just want to give yourself time to breathe and think and regroup and rediscover and learn to love yourself again and discover yourself again and discover what you like about yourself again, that was really cool. But like I said, I am an extremist, so maybe you are feeling overwhelmed, but you can multitask. Like, you can be on socials and do your thing. I'm not that person. When I do reach a certain point, I definitely just like shut down. Like, it's a no. Like, social media was making me sick. It was making me, like, I was a bit disgusted every time I logged on. I literally was like, like, it just felt like I can't breathe. And I was like, sis, that's not the point of social media. You know, you should enjoy it and it should never rule you. This break really highlighted to me the importance of living in reality. Obviously, when you're online and on social media, like I said, people can show you stuff. People can show you the best version of themselves or what they want to show you, and it's so easy to be swept into that and think that that's it, and that's, you know, like, oh, this person has no problems, like, oh, this person is so up, and oh, whatever. That's cool, and sometimes I even realize it's like I wouldn't allow myself to live in the moment in certain like spaces because I want to snap and I want to catch every moment. Like, take a moment, you know, to post and snap and do all of that, but what's important is where you are and the people that you're with. So yeah, like, I obviously, as a person, I have always really cherished friendships and relationships and connecting with people, and I think that not allowing myself to not be on social media just really showed me the importance of that again. Like, reality is where it's at. Like, check on your friends in real life. You know, obviously we have social media friends and you follow your friends on socials, so you can, but like, just honestly connecting with people again has been so nice. And with me not being on social media, I have more energy to just check on people and have conversations, you know? I feel like sometimes maybe when I'm on social media, I feel like I'm having to be social in that setting, so sometimes it takes away from my personal relationships, because by the end of the day, or by however long I've been on the timeline for, like, as my friend, you want to talk to me, I'm a bit tired now, I don't know. You know, but I also know that, again, I'm an extremist, so things affect me very differently as to how they can affect you. But yeah, I think the emphasis should always be on reality, what's happening in front of you, who you're with, and enjoying that time. Because, child, we live through a panoramic, or we're living through a panoramic. I can't believe we're still living through a panoramic. Yeah, and I think if anything, that should have really shown us the value of relationships and connecting with people and being able to see people. It's clearly very important. So yeah, that's me and my social media break. I'm excited to come back just via work, you know. Even when my manager was posting stuff for me, like, he'd have to send it to me, I'd have to choose the font and be like, oh, put it in the corner over there, don't do that. So I'm excited to just fully be able to do it for myself and shame, not stress him. Yeah, and I definitely will be doing it again. I do think I'll spend less time on social media, or I will just have times in the day or days in the week where I really just give myself the day off and I don't put any pressure on myself to be on socials. So I'm gonna have more of a balance moving forward, which is cool. And this is so funny because before I was feeling overwhelmed, I was like, I have a really good relationship with social media. Like, I'm in a good place. And I mean, I don't think that I've been on, like, I don't think I'm on social media that much, but clearly I need less time, even even less than what I spend. So yeah, that's me and my social media chat, guys. I'm gonna put on lip gloss, not lipstick. I wanted to wear it. Hey, let me tell you guys a quick story. Guys, when I wear red lipstick, maybe I'm wrong for this, but is it not a given that, like, don't kiss me? Guys, I went out with someone and I was wearing red lipstick, and then they had dropped me off at home. At home being my parents' home. So obviously when I walk in, I'm gonna see my mother, my father, and my sister. Drops me off and then, like, lamses me, or like tries to, whatever. And in my mind, I was like, you know, I'm wearing red lipstick and I'm walking into my house. I don't have time to fix my makeup. When the red lipstick is sitting here, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? So this is a PSA. I personally don't think, unless you're my boyfriend, you can kiss me with, like, Or even not my boy, like I'm coming home to my parents' home. That was my issue. Like what do you mean? Anyways. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I think because I was talking about if I should do wear lipstick or not. But y'all guys, I've been living large. I've been living large. Not large, but I've just been having fun. Like seeing my friends, chilling at home, just being in the moment, which is very important. Mom!
Mom.
I'm recording. Please tell her 5 minutes.
Really? What?
Yes.
She's recording, Mom. Yeah. She's in the middle of a video. No, she's in the middle.
Yeah, sorry, 5 minutes. Do you record at home? Yeah, the bath being filled with water. So yeah guys, that's my chat. Social media is cool though, you know. I get a lot of inspiration from social media. People do really cool things. I think social media makes it easier to celebrate each other because we can share that. We can see what you're doing, hype your work or whatever. But I'm aware that as much as it can be super motivating and super convenient and cool and have me connected with everyone, it's also really important that I don't spend too much time on it and have more emphasis on my world other than others and what's happening. I know that the first time that I had recorded a tutorial makeup-esque here at home, my Switch Beauty products were finished. I'd like to greet you guys in the name of having restocked. My products ain't finished no more. Oh. Guys, I was actually dying without these products. I believe in Switch Beauty. Someone tell Switch Beauty to hit me up because I'm down and I believe. So y'all guys, that's my little chat, really. I'm good. I hope you guys are good. The break has done me very, oh, I need to put on mascara. I almost forgot. The break has done me well, so I do think that if you're thinking about it and if you need it, it will definitely do you well too. So yeah guys, I will see you guys on Sunday. Clearly I'm not late because no one has asked me, you know, no one has asked me what's up. Like where you at though? Where you at? Where you at though? Okay, bye guys.